Did you know that there was a difference between cacao and cocoa? I've always thought that cacao was basically the translation of cocoa in French, which is pronounced cacao. But after doing some research, because of the fact that in like all organic stores like Whole Foods, you would see some packages with cacao and then you will see others with cocoa. Cacao is the raw and processed version of cocoa. It is the first step of transformation from cacao to chocolate. Cocoa is the second step. It is the roasted cacao beans that are turned into powder, and chocolate is the final step of the transformation of the bean. So the healthier version is cacao because it is full of antioxidants. It has lower chemical level than the other steps. It is rich in magnesium, which is great for your bones and your blood pressure and your heart. It is also transformed in butter. So you do have cocoa butter, but you also have cacao butter. The cacao butter is richer in good fat because it uses the outer lining of the bean, which is white and rich in fatty texture, but good fat. I don't know if you've ever seen, I'm going to put a picture, how the cacao beans looks like right out of the shell. It's white and it's full of fiber and it's really sweet. I advise anybody who can to try an actual unroasted, unprocessed cacao bean fresh out of the shell. It is so sweet and delicious, but you definitely cannot eat a lot of it. Cacao can also be made into powder. That powder is made from cold pressed and roasted beans. The cacao powder is higher in calories and fiber in comparison with the cocoa powder because the fat and nutrient are still present. Cocoa powder is the dry solid remains of the roasted cacao beans once the buttery part is removed. The cocoa powder is roasted at a higher temperature than the cacao powder. So that changes the structure of the bean, which is the reason why there's a little bit of lower nutritional value compared to the cacao. The cocoa powder is then transformed one more time to cocoa powder mix, which is what you usually find in a regular grocery store, but that powder has additional sugar and fat, so it's even less healthy. So if you want the healthier version, do cacao powder. But cacao is not as easy to eat for most people because it's not sweet and it's not as transformed, so it might need some adjustment. The last step of the transformation is chocolate, which is made out of cocoa mass or cocoa liquor, which is a produce of the nibs. The nibs is basically the meat, if we can call it like that, of the bean after it's been roasted. It is really small pieces of the cacao after it's being roasted. This is being grounded into a paste. In room temperature, it becomes paste-like, but it's more of a liquidy texture. To make chocolate, you can mix it with cocoa butter and different type of sweetener to transform it to dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and many more mixes to get different type of chocolate. But one more difference between the different type of chocolate is white chocolate doesn't have any cocoa mass. It's a mix of cocoa butter, sugar, and milk powder. Only milk chocolate and dark chocolate have the actual cocoa mass in them. That's it for today. Let me know if you have any question in the comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye.